Introduction and a general description of the workflow. The BBE Web is the application that Cisalpina Tours has made available to its clients to help with the organisation of business trips. It is a tool that opens up a structured dialogue between you and the Cisalpina Business Travel Centre, BTC, with the advantage that it lets you check the progress of your request at any time. BBE Web offers a variety of functions that make this task more simple, intuitive and immediate. For example, you can modify a request for travel services at any moment, without limitations. The only exception being those related to the dates and hours of the use of the service. For example, it is not possible to modify a flight that has already taken off or up to 30 minutes before departure. For anyone making the same type of trip often, BBE Web makes it possible to create a template that can be reused every time it is needed, thus saving time in filling out the request. You can choose to be notified by email or text message every time a travel request has a significant change made to its status. For example, the booking operator has entered the offers to be evaluated. You can prepare a travel service request by entering it in the system but without sending it. The Save Draft option lets you save it for a later moment to be modified, sent to the BTC or eliminated from the archives. Workflow. The working principle of the system is based on the workflow, which normally characterises a travel service request. The person making the request, passenger or secretary as we will see later on, accesses the BBE Web and enters a new travel service request by sending it to the relevant BTC. Our booking operator processes the request and enters the options for the travel service requested into the system. The person who has made the request evaluates the proposals and chooses the one that best meets his or her travel needs. The booking operator sees the choices made and proceeds with the issuing of all the travel tickets necessary, inserting a summary of the corresponding travel program into the system. The person making the request can use the travel program as a reminder for his or her trip by viewing it in an email, on the web or through CISAP, available for Android and iOS smartphones. Workflow with management of the authorizing procedure. Whenever the authorizing procedure is active, the workflow modifies itself to acknowledge this setting. The authorizing procedure is inserted in the confirmation phase of the offer, so that the person responsible is asked to make his or her choice before confirmation is sent to the booking operator. The person responsible can therefore see the proposed costs for the trip and decide how best to proceed. Travel Services Request Status. Each passage of the workflow described can be identified by a status, which can be seen at any time on any page of the BBE Web. The status of a travel service request can be one of the following. Sent. The request has been sent to the BTC. In charge. The booking operator has been assigned the request to be handled. To be confirmed. The booking operator has entered the alternative solutions for the services required. Confirmed. The person making the request has chosen one of the solutions. Delivered. The booking operator has issued the travel tickets for all of the services and entered a summary of the travel program into the BBE Web system. Concluded. The trip has been made and at least 3 days have passed since the return date. In terms of the authorization procedure, BBE Web uses some specific statuses. Under authorization, the request has been sent for the attention of the person responsible for evaluating the choices. Denied. The person responsible for authorization has not authorized the solution and the request is cancelled. Another status may be used on a particular occasion. Other solutions. The person looking for a solution has examined those put forward by the booking operator, but none of these meets his or her needs, so a request has been made for other suggestions. Pending approval. One or more of the requests does not respect the terms of the company travel policy, so the booking operator must ask for the appropriate person of the company to make an exception to the terms. Approved. The case in question has been approved. Not approved. The case in question has not been approved.